And good morning, everyone. Welcome to good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's eInspire with Pastor Paul. I am Pastor Paul, otherwise known as Paul Swearingen, the host of the Nonpartisan Evangelical Podcast. Glad you're with me for this daily inspiration. And what I'm thinking about today is, what are we willing to lose our reputation for? In John chapter 4, we see the story of Jesus sitting with the Samaritan woman at the well. And sometimes I think when we read Bible stories today, we don't understand how much impact Jesus was having in what he did. For a rabbi to sit with any woman at all was a big violation of culture, but much more a Samaritan woman. And the only way I can really explain what a Samaritan woman felt like to the audience in Jesus' day would have been, for Jesus to be in America today and sit with a gay Muslim woman and have a conversation and affirm who she was. That's the impact. That's how offended the evangelical church would be today. That's how offended the people around Jesus were. And the disciples came back, Jesus' followers came back, and they saw him talking to the woman. And it says in the Bible that they marveled that he was talking with a woman, but no one said, "What do you seek?" or "Why are you talking to her?" And so I think it's interesting that the writers put in there that they didn't say anything, because it was odd that they wouldn't say anything. And it has to be that they were thinking it, like, what is he doing sitting with that Samaritan woman? Not only a woman, but a Samaritan woman. He's going to injure the ministry. He's going to hurt our funding. He's going to make it hard for us to convert souls. Doesn't Jesus know what he's doing to us by sitting with her? When I had to make a decision to speak out about what I saw in the partisan evangelical right-wing white church, I knew it was going to cost me. I knew it was going to make people around me uncomfortable. I did not realize the extent of that. Maybe if I had, I might have been a little less comfortable, but like the really terrible things that have been said to me by friends and the ostracization by friends has been beyond what I ever imagined. And I say that not to be a victim or say, feel sorry for me. I actually say that to say, it's part of the deal. It's part of the reason people didn't want to be white moderates around Martin Luther King Jr., because it was a lot more comfortable to say, well, maybe we can change things a little bit at a time. And I've had to ponder, had I known how cruel evangelical Christians can get when they feel like their belief system is being threatened. I even had a guy last night on Instagram threatening me with, like, hey, I know things about you and I'm too nice to tell them. And I'm now deciding I'm not having any more of those discussions. So it was block, delete, not because I'm afraid he was going to reveal something. I'm pretty transparent and pretty gritty and gross. So I'm okay with that. But because I'm just not going to play that game. And I've been thinking now about, would I have done it again if I knew how cruel Christians could be? And the answer is yes, because I got this message on TikTok yesterday that said, Pastor Paul, no one in my life thinks I'm on the right path, and I'm having to learn to be less dependent on their opinion of me. Your live on TikTok reassured me. I know God is loving and always there, but church trauma is real, and sometimes it wins my thoughts. It's been hard to not feel like a bad person when everyone labels you as bad. And then she went on to say in the next messages we exchanged, what you're sharing makes me feel validated and affirmed. Thank you. And so when I think, would I rather be in good graces with my evangelical friends or take their barbs and get that message from that woman? There's not even a second of thought. I'm more invested in defending her from the trauma of religious shame than I am in keeping my reputation intact with my friends. Sorry, my dog is joining me here. So that's my question to you is, what are you willing to lose your reputation for? Because a lot of us we've lost family, friends in moving into sort of a deconstruction, reconstruction space of our faith. And I just want to say today, it's worth it. It's freeing. Sometimes it's the best thing that can happen. So bless you on your journey today, and know that you're not alone. There are many of us out there working it through and thinking, what does 21st century Christianity and spirituality look like? I hope you're inspired. Have an amazing week. This is my eInspire I do for free to all the public. And the rest of the week, my eInspires go to my Patreon page. So if you want to be inspired on a regular basis, go to patreon.com/NPE podcast. That's my nonpartisan evangelical podcast monitor. Patreon.com/nonpartisan let me put it up on the screen. Patreon.com/NPE podcast, and be inspired regularly as we journey with Pastor Paul and this new space of 21st century Christianity. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.